Hello, first grade. So we have Messy Martha that we're reading today for our shared reading. Yesterday we worked on asking those 3 questions. Can you say it to me? What were they? Awesome. If some of us need a reminder, it was the first question, does it sound right? Second question, does it look right? And the third question, does it make sense? Do y'all remember now? Great. So those are some of the things that we were working on. And today we're going to focus on something else. We're going to focus on something that we all know, we have heard before, and it's this thing called a rhyme. What is a rhyme? All right, let me move this really quickly. Thank you. It says rhyme. What is it? A rhyme is when 2 words have the same ending syllable or sound. Ooh, I should have made a correction. It could be 2 or more words. So it doesn't just have to be 2 words, but when 2 words rhyme, they have to have the same ending syllable or sound. So I have the word cat here. Can you think of a word that rhymes with cat? What if I changed the C to a B? What word would it make it? Instead of k, at, it'd be b. Yep, it'd be bat. What other word would rhyme with cat and bat? Let's change the B to an S. Yep, that word would be sat. Let's keep going. Change that S, B, and C to an M. Great, that would be mat. There are so many more. Remember, when we're changing the beginning sound or syllable, it doesn't just have to be one letter. What if I change the M to an FL? That's a little tricky. So let's spell it out. F-L-A-T. What word is that? Flat. Good. Now all these 5 words, all have a short A. They all say ah, cat, bat, sat, mat, flat. Awesome. Great job. So now what we're going to do, we're going to go into our book, Messy Martha. We read about all the messy things she did, and we're going to look for some rhymes in here. Okay? When we find the 2 words that rhyme, we're going to highlight it together so that we know on each page, this is the word that we found that rhymes. So make sure you're listening to hear those same sounds. Messy Martha, written by Dina Anastasio, illustrated by Hazel Mitchell. Messy Martha made a cake. Her friends came by to help her bake. Ooh, let's pause. Do you see on the page 2 words that look similar? Maybe the endings look the same. Maybe you only have to change 1 letter to get that same word. So I see this word cake. Is there another word that sounds and has the same ending? Ache. Yep, the word bake. Bake, cake. Good. Those 2 words rhyme. Let's keep going. Manny brought 1 stick of butter. Here's the butter, Manny muttered. This one is a very close rhyme. So a close rhyme is when words really, really sound similar. But when we look at it or hear it, it doesn't sound exactly the same. So this one's a little tricky. And try to find the slight rhyme with the word butter. Could be this word right, but it's the same word, so that doesn't mean that they rhyme. That's just the same word. We see the word muttered. Muttered butter. Sounds pretty similar. I want to show you something. When we look at this page, at the ends of our sentence is where our rhyming words were, so it's easier to hear. On this page, it was at the end of our sentence. Let's look and see where the other rhymes are. Helpful Holly and Joanna brought 2 soft and ripe bananas. Martha's neighbor Stanley Sour brought 3 cups of fluffy flour. Oh, this one's a little tricky because it's not exactly at the end. I see one that's at the end. So we have the word flour. What word does flour rhyme with? Listen for the end sound. Martha's neighbor Stanley Sour brought 3 cups of fluffy flour. You see it? It's his last name, Sour, flour. We can even see that there's a O-U-R, O-U-R. Awesome. Something's missing, Stanley said. He smiled and out the door he sped. This is something that does follow our pattern. Said and sped. They both have that ending ed sound. An hour went by. He came back with 4 cups of sugar from a sack. Where is the rhyme there? Point to it on the screen if you found it. Is one of the words you chose back? Great. What's the other word that rhymes with back? Sack. Back, sack, said, sped. Good. Those words rhyme together. Messy Martha made a cake. Her friends came by to help her bake. I see that there's a rhyme we've already figured out before. We have this word cake before. What word did it rhyme with? It's here again. Bake. Greg bought 3 eggs. Meg brought 2. That's 5, squealed Martha. That'll do. Do you hear the rhyme in this one? Because we might not be able to see it. Let me read it one more time. Listen for the rhyme. Greg brought 3 eggs. Meg brought 2. That's 5, squealed Martha. That'll do. So this one follows the pattern of having it at the end. We have 2. What word does that rhyme with? Does it rhyme with eggs? Eggs, 2. They don't have the same ending. To Martha. No, they don't have the same ending. To and do. To do. Good. Those are rhymes. You're getting a hang of it. Then a dirty baseball team stumbled in with some cream. Point to the words. Say it. Which ones are they? Wonderful. Team and cream. Don't forget, said little Yoko, 1/2 cup of yummy cocoa. Again, we don't see the rhyme, but we do hear it. Don't forget, said little Yoko, 1/2 cup of yummy cocoa. I hear it in the word, in the name Yoko, and the word cocoa. Yoko, cocoa. Good. So it doesn't always have to look the same at the end, but they do have to sound the same. So we have to be able to see rhymes, but it's more important for us to be able to listen for the rhyme. Next to come was Sweet Priscilla with 2 teaspoons of vanilla. Did you hear it? Yeah, I heard that one. It was also in a name, Priscilla, and the word vanilla. Priscilla, vanilla. Grandpa came with his dog Walt. They brought 1 teaspoonful of salt. Again, a name. Walt. What does the word or name Walt rhyme with? Is it brought? That could be, but there's another word that rhymes much better. Walt and, yep, that's the ingredient he brought, salt. Walt was barking, Walt was yelping. Walt just thought that he was helping. I see the word helping. And I heard another word that ended with ping. Try to hear it again. Walt was barking, Walt was yelping. Walt just thought that he was helping. Yep. Right above it is the word yelping. Great. Just like sweet old Mother Hubbard, Martha looked into her cupboard. Did you find it? Cupboard and Hubbard. A lot of the names seem to rhyme. There she found some baking powder. Martha mixed and Walt barked louder. Louder. I hear this sound, der, in another word. There she found some baking powder. Messy Martha made a cake. Her friends came by to help her bake. This is the 3rd time we see that rhyme, cake and bake. Martha, Martha, what's the matter? I filled my tummy up with batter. Oh no, matter and batter. Great. Did you hear those two? Matter, batter. Great. I licked the bowl 6 great big licks. And now I'm feeling sick, sick, sick. How did Martha's cake turn out? It was messy, without a doubt. Here's a recipe for a cake. Please have an adult before you bake. We see out and doubt, and the last one again, we've seen this as a 4th time, cake and bake. Awesome. So remember, this is our recipe here that you can try out with an adult. For our book, Messy Martha, we have lots of different rhymes. So when you're reading, I want you to try to notice the rhymes that you hear. Okay? Well, thank you for coming by and listening. We'll have some more for you tomorrow. Thank you.